Only together can we ensure the success upon which so many rely. In my case, it took a team effort to develop the world's first cervical cancer vaccine. Since then, the lives of countless daughters, wives, sisters and mothers have been saved. The only difference between my story and those still unfolding is time.
I first came to Heron Island in the early 1980s as a third-year undergraduate.
I was one of the first exchange students to come to the University of Queensland, and next thing I know, I was on Heron Island. And, you know, as a marine biologist, California was nice, but nothing compares to the Great Barrier Reef.
So the research that we've been doing in the last few years began with decoding the genome of the crown-of-thorns starfish.
They predate on coral. They form these huge outbreaks on the reef, and these huge outbreaks can decimate a reef very quickly. We think we've come up with a relatively clever solution that, if deployed correctly, could actually eradicate, or at least really highly control the crown-of-thorns starfish.
We can't afford to keep waiting. We have to be acting upon these things now, or else there will be no future. And can you imagine? Can you imagine a future without these kind of ecosystems to enjoy? It's unimaginable and it's heartbreaking.
When I got diagnosed with dementia, it meant that my whole personhood had been violated. I went into a deep, dark hole, which I felt alone.
Dementia is one of the leading causes of death in Australia. Currently, it affects 1 in 10 people over 65. There is no treatment and there is no cure. Plaques are the one things that you see in everyone who gets dementia. Mice also go on to have dementia, and in these mice, we can cure them using ultrasound. The ultrasound clears the brain of plaque, and these mice get better. We're hoping to take this to clinical trial within the next 3 or 5 years, roll into the community after that.
If the researchers can find a cure, I cannot put in words what it would mean for the hundreds of thousands of people with dementia. It would offer so much hope for them, for the future.
I didn't know that Rebecca was going to have such a hard, even tragic journey. She has a sparking frontal lobe. It doesn't stop. I gave away the health guardianship of my daughter, but it's what happened afterwards that was unbelievable. I thought, if I don't do something, she's going to die. I needed help, and so did Rebecca.
University law schools like the TC Burns School of Law, working with community legal centres and the private legal profession, can really make sure that the services are there for people who need them most.
I just appreciate the way that everybody has come together, the students from the University of Queensland, the pro bono service that's been provided. Without them, my child wouldn't even be alive.
Home life was difficult. Domestic violence, physical pain. There were days where I wanted to end my life. I didn't see a future. It definitely put me behind in terms of pursuing higher education because I actually didn't believe that I had it in me to do it. I was helping my brother and sister when I got my letter of offer, and I was so happy to be given that offer at UQ. I managed to achieve a Dean's Commendation in my first semester. I am a structural engineer. I work for an award-winning firm in Brisbane. It's a personal commitment of mine to one day be a contributor to UQ's philanthropic program, and that's a direct result of someone seeing my potential and giving me that gift in the first place.
We recognise that there will always be problems to solve, Universities are a great place to solve them because the expertise is there. But this is you investing in your future, in the future of your children, in the future of the world. Together, we ensure our greatest days lie ahead. Not if, when. The campaign to create change.